What's up guys, good morning, and it's another day in the life of an Atenean, and today I'm with a special guest, my friend Gab Gide. Okay, so today we're actually going to Intramuros. It's a very special day, and we're going to explore Intramuros. And our main reason for going to Intramuros is we have a final output for Histo 11, and it's titled Chasing Rizal's Footsteps. So we don't usually go to Intramuros because Intramuros is like so far from our house. How about you, Bagab?
From my house kasi is like 3 hours. So we rarely go there. So me and my family, I think we only went there like once when I was a kid lang. Kasi yun nga, so far.
Where do you live, Bagab?
Bro, I live in Fairview.
Oh, okay. So me naman, it takes me like an hour, so around 12 kilometers to get to Intramuros. Pero last time I do remember when I was in high school, we were in Intramuros like very frequently because we would play basketball in Letran. We'd always have pickup games against their varsity team. So yeah. Okay, hi guys. I'm kind of excited to go to Intramuros because the last time I was there, I was in grade 11. So that's like what, 3 years ago, like 2023. How about you, Gab? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't remember na kung kailan ako pumunta ng Intramuros. Pero I'm excited to ride the Kalesa again.
Okay. So actually guys, as I said, I'm excited to learn more about our history, of our roots. And our national hero once said, Jose Rizal, one who does not know where he came from will never find his destination. So I'm quite excited. How about you?
It's like connecting to like yung sinabi ni Trey. It's important nga to like learn the primary sources talaga. Kasi from my experience from studying Histo 11, primary sources is what shapes the present ngayon. Kasi when you look back at primary sources, yun yung mga records ng mga tao nun. So, like what was their culture back then, what they wore, yung mga simple daily life nila. So, that's why we're going to Intramuros ngayon.
So, hi guys. We're 5 kilometers away from Intramuros. That's like 20 minutes from here. And I think right now we're in Malacanang. So, yeah, we're kind of near Intramuros already. Guys, this is Menjola. It's barricaded already. Here's the National Museum of Anthropology. It started raining. So we just arrived in Intramuros and it started raining so hard right now. Gab, did you bring payong?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay guys, so even though we brought payong, the rain is kind of strong right now, so we're gonna wait it out a bit. Hopefully the rain dies down a bit in a couple of minutes, so like we can finally get to explore Intramuros already. Guys, it's still raining so hard. There's a Kalesa right in front of us. So we're first going to Museo de Intramuros. We're about to go in right now. And buti na lang Gab brought payong. Kasi it's raining so hard talaga. You guys can see. So yeah, we're about to enter Museo de Intramuros. Wait guys, so there's more special guests. We have 2 of my classmates here. What's your name? Gio. This here is Gio and this here is Dr. Leo. Yeah. Yes sir. Okay. So, bye guys. So, we're now inside that's the map.
As you guys can see, before we could enter the museum, we were stopped by the receptionist. She asked us if our visit was for a school project, and since it was, she had us fill out a registration form. It was pretty long, to be honest. We had to provide quite a bit of information. But after finishing everything, we finally got our clearance and we were able to head inside.
So guys, we just answered the form and we finally have approval to shoot here inside the museum. So guys, this over here is the map of Manila. And as you guys can see, this portion over here is Intramuros. Outside is Extramuros. Right, Gab? We learned this from Histo 11. So, yeah, and then the one over here, that's Parian Delos something. These are the Chinese communities who does not want to convert to Catholicism. So, so me and Gab were looking at the old Manila map, and then there was two foreigners who approached us, and he was like, "Oh, is this Intramuros? Is that Extramuros?" And yeah, we just told them everything we've learned from our Histo 11 class.
We were actually pretty surprised at first. The two tourists asked a lot of questions about the old map of Manila, where was Intramuros, where is Extramuros, etc. And they seemed genuinely interested in learning more about our history. And what impressed us, even though they were tourists, considering, they were tourists, they actually knew a lot about our history. So it really made us think. If tourists can be this curious about our history, why can't we be just as interested in learning about our own? So here are just a few of the artifacts that we were able to film. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but everything that you see on the first floor is actually completely free and open to the public. So you don't have to pay anything to explore it. However, if you want to access the second as well as the third floor, there's a 150 peso entrance fee. Me and Gab decided to skip it since we still had a lot of other places to visit and explore around Intramuros.
Okay, so we're going to another section. We can. Oh! This is a tiny. Say hi, guys. Say hi to the vlog. Okay, so there's like different paintings here. So we're in the archaeological sector or like area of the museum, and these are the things we're studying as environmental scientists. So over here we have the bivalves under the Bavalia, and then we also have sea snails. We also have tridacnas. We have different species here that were present. So we have different vases over here. We have bottles. And this is a reconstructed vase. So this is actually a palayok from the 19th century, and it's a palayok is used for a cooking pot. So this was the traditional cooking pot back then. And then this one is a palayok with a lid. This is a Coca-Cola bottle, Worcestershire sauce. He also had a Clorox bottle, ink bottles as well. And these were the personal items of people back then. We had watches, keys, jewelries. These ones, on the other hand, were dental cappings or teeth. What we found quite interesting was this ring over here, number 12. It's like super small, so we're assuming it's probably a ring for a female. There's also religious medals over here. We have the medal of Saint Michael, Saint Roche. So we just finished the free portion of the museum, and we went to one side, which was this one. And unfortunately, you have to pay like 150 pesos or 200, and it's more on just like Catholic stuff, you know, like Mama Mary sculptures of different saints. So I don't think we really need to go there. And since my bayad, so we might ride the Kalesa now. So yeah, so guys, it just stopped raining. Fortunately for us, we just exited. We just exited the museum, and I just realized that this was once San Ignacio Church. San Ignacio Church is where the Jesuit priests were once based before, and as we know, the Jesuit priest actually influenced Rizal a lot, especially in his writings and in his works. Okay, guys, so we just walked from San Ignacio Church all the way to Museo de Intramuros, and we just realized that right across Museo de Intramuros is Ateneo de Municipal. So, guys, right in front of us was the old campus of Ateneo de Municipal. And you know, Gab, I'm just so happy that the campus is no longer here in Manila because it's so far from my house. I mean, Gab lives farther pa. Gab lives in Fairview, and it takes him about 2 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes just to get here. So imagine the amount of hassle, the amount of time we have to go to school every single day if the campus was here. But again, as I mentioned, this was the previous campus of Ateneo de Manila, the former site of Ateneo de Manila, and Ateneo Municipal. It's from 1859 to 1945.
Rizal.
Right behind us is the old Ateneo de Manila campus, and we're not really sure if we can enter, but it seems empty to be honest. But this was actually renovated already, and it's been broken down many times by the war. There's nothing inside. I think like a function room maybe, or an event space. So yeah, there's nothing inside. So I don't know what this building's purpose is at the moment, but again, before this was where Rizal studied.
So Jose Rizal had to adjust when he was studying here in Ateneo, and it took him years to fully adapt to this place and excel at the top of his class.
So just over there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I think that one is Manila Cathedral, and that might be our next destination. So see you guys there. So guys, we're contemplating if we should ride the Kalesa or not, because the kuya just told us that he charges 1,000 pesos per hour. I feel like that's kind of expensive. 1,000 per hour? I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you want to explore Intramuros, we could just walk. But of course, riding a Kalesa is still a different experience, and that's why we're still considering it. I've only rode a Kalesa like 2 times in my life, and it really was an experience. How about you, Gab? What do you think? Should we ride the Kalesa or not?
Yeah, I think you should ride it for the full experience.
So maybe we can ask the kuya to like lessen the price. We can bargain for the price a bit. So we'll see.
So guys, the kuya did not lessen the price or bargain with us. So me and Gab just decided to take a walk instead.
Now we're walking through the streets of Intramuros, and one thing I noticed was the sidewalks is like not accessible at all. So right now, me and Gab, we're walking on the road. I'll show you guys the sidewalks. The sidewalks over here are so narrow. Like you can't even. And then like there's a poste pa over here. So like right now, saan ako lalakad if naglalakad ako here? So it's not convenient or practical at all for people or for tourists to be walking around Intramuros. So right now we're on the way to Manila Cathedral, and from the museum and from Ateneo Municipal, it's a 200-meter walk from here, around 2 minutes, and I think I can see it na. Is that it, Gab?
Yeah, it's there now.
Oh, no, it's behind the coconut tree, guys. It's this one. So guys, we're finally here at the Manila Cathedral. And if you're wondering what this place has to do with Rizal, stay tuned because we'll be explaining its significance in just a bit. As you guys can see, they're currently renovating the exterior of the church and there are quite a lot of people here today. But honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better weather. Earlier, it was pouring so hard that we thought our plans would get ruined. Luckily, the rain stopped, the air is nice and cool, and it's the perfect weather to explore Intramuros. So guys, we're here in Plaza de Roma, and right behind me is Manila Cathedral.
So, during yung time ni Rizal, merong law called the reduction. So, yung sa reduction, basically may plaza, tapos people are required to build houses around the plaza. And if you hear the bell, you're essentially required to pay the tax. Pag hindi mo narinig yung bell, you're not required and you're not part of their community. So, tawag sa kanila ay taong labas.
Okay, so we can also relate this to Rizal, as we know. His house he was born and raised in Cavite, Laguna.
Kalamba,
So we can compare this to Rizal, as we know. Jose Rizal was born and raised in Calamba, Laguna, and his family actually owned one of the first bahay na bato, and it was located right next to the church. So we can say that he was one of the privileged families, privileged people at that time, to be able to be living right beside the church. And we can also compare this to the houses that were once here. Most probably the houses in the area belong to one of the rich families. Okay guys, so this is the monument of King Charles IV of Spain. And me and Gab were wondering, like, what was the relevance of King Charles? And when we were reading the directionary over here, and this was a monument that was erected in gratitude for King Charles because he introduced the vaccine of smallpox in the Philippines during that time. So therefore, the governor at that time erected a monument for him, which is right in front of Manila Cathedral.
The weather is pretty nice. Medyo basa-basa lang kasi nga umulan. Pero it's not that sunny. So,
Oh yeah, as Gab just mentioned, these are one of those favorable conditions we're experiencing at the moment. Because usually, if you go to Intramuros at a very sunny day, it would be so hot. So you have to escape the sun, then you have air condition. Like now, since it just finished raining, it's quite cold and windy. We just left Manila Cathedral, and now we're currently on the way to Casa Manila. And those were where the rich people lived back then. So we would see the elite houses. And we stumbled across a house. Oh wait, there's a car. We stumbled across a house over here, and when we looked at the sign, my motor. Sorry. When we looked at the sign, and this was once the house of Jose Burgos.
wait, cut this part of the video. So, behind me is yung bahay ni Jose Burgos. So, yung si Jose Burgos, naging estudyante niya si Pasian Rizal. Now, Pasian Rizal, he was the student of Jose Burgos and had a deep connection with Jose Burgos. And when he found out that he got executed alongside the other two priests, Jose Rizal, who was also close to Pasiano, made El Filibusterismo in order to honor the death of Gomburza.
Welcome to Escuela Nautica de Manila. So, completely not related to Rizal, but this is where Juan Luna studied. And according to the Kuya, there's a party that's going to be held here later, so we're not allowed to enter, and we're only allowed to go here in this area. Gab.
I think another interesting thing about this place is that also, we're all the way pa lang to Casa Manila.
Yeah.
Ayun nga, nakita namin yung school ni Juan Luna. And I think what's interesting is that most of the schools are close to each other. So yung Ateneo, tapos yung
Letran.
yung nga, Letran, tapos ayun yung school ni Juan Luna.
Yeah.
And they all I don't know, they're like walking distance lang, kumbaga. Compared to now, I don't know, mostly so far to one another.
Okay, guys, so right now we're on the way to Casa Manila. It's a 400-meter walk from Manila Cathedral. It's around 5 minutes. And as you guys can see, you can also rent bikes here. And you can bike around Intramuros. But me and Gab prefers walking, so we're just gonna walk. Me and Gab have to be careful here because the floor is wet. And there's like lots and lots of puddles. So we have to be careful. The floor is very slippery.
So guys, we finally arrived at Casa
Guys, I
Manila.
think we just arrived
and one
at
of
Casa
the
de
first
Manila.
things we noticed was the
And
road.
as
As
you
you
guys
can see,
noticed,
it's
like,
completely
the
different
tiles
from
on
what
the
we're used
floor,
to.
it's not
Instead
just
of
cement,
regular
but
concrete
it's actually
pavement, it's
individual
made up of
bricks.
individual stone
they're
bricks,
stacked
giving the
together.
streets that old Spanish era charm. It really makes you feel like you've
So
traveled
it's
back
a good
in
thing
time.
they didn't change
And I'm
the
so glad
pavement
they
here,
did not
or
change
the
this.
road. Me and Gab might stop by and get some, refresheners. Oh, and by the way, a while ago I mentioned that you can rent bikes out and you can tour around Intramuros. And here, you can actually rent bikes here in Casa Manila Museum.
So guys, just look at the sky. It's so beautiful. Anyways, the line to get in the Casa Manila Museum is pretty long, as you guys can see. And there's also an entrance fee. So since me and Gab have already been here before, we decided to skip it this time. Instead, I think we're gonna go grab a drink because we're starting to get pretty dehydrated after walking around for an hour already.
There's two trams, and I'm not sure if you can ride one of these or it's so, oops. So me and Gab stopped by a cafe, and we ordered some refresheners. I ordered the lemonade. What did you order, Gab?
I ordered like the ube cheesecake, mango shake.
Yeah, Gab ordered this. I don't know if you can see it. The cheesecake mango ube shake. Looks good, bro. No, there's like bayad at 20 pesos. I think so. Go. Oh! It worked! Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Let's retake it. Okay. Go, go. Oh. Unprint na natin? Wag retake. Let's, okay. Oh, notes. We're tracing Rizal's footsteps in the row. Oh! Oh! Ooh! Wait. Okay. So we got. Thank you. So me and God started drinks. Thank you. How's yours?
That's so good.
It's good. Mine's like very refreshing, but it's kind of sweet. So I think we put a lot of sugar.
Ay!
So, na okay lang. I think right now, so Casa Manila done. I think the only thing in our to-do list that we haven't done yet is Rizal Shrine here in Intramuros, as well as
Fort Santiago.
Fort Santiago. So I think right now we're going to Fort Santiago, and we'll see. So we just checked, and going to Fort Santiago will take us around 8 minutes, and it's kind of far. It's like 800 meters from here. So we're gonna check on the Calesa. Hopefully, the kuya of the Calesa allows, like a one ride. It's like most of the Calesas now we've been asking, they always say na 1 hour tour siya. So hopefully not.
And as you guys can see, this is the aftermath of the heavy rain from a while ago. Parts of Intramuros already got flooded a bit, as you guys can see. But thankfully, it wasn't
kind
too
of
bad.
flooded a bit.
A huge shout out to these kuyas who are clearing the drainage and helping the water.
Huge shout out to these kuyas.
Thanks to them, the flood is slowly going down, making it safer for everyone to walk through.
So, I wanted to ask the guard a while ago. Gaano katagal na siya nagtatrabaho? Nakilala ba niya si Rizal? well, nahiya ako last minute so I didn't ask na. So you can ride it pala. So, we're gonna ask the kuya the rates. Hopefully pumayag siya and we can bargain for a better price.
So we asked the kuya if he could bring us to Fort Santiago, and we were bargaining for the price. At first he said 300, but eventually he was like, okay, we can do 250 pesos and for an 8-minute kalesa ride to Fort Santiago. So we agreed to it, and we're finally riding a kalesa.
Fort Santiago doon siya kasi kinulong. Pero sa Luneta, may status siya doon.
Apo.
Pero doon sa pinagpulungan niya rin, meron dito. Fort Santiago.
So guys, we just did a U-turn. Oh, this is quite the experience.
Diba? Umulan eh, nabasa. Ang lakas ng ulan.
So kuya, kailan yung pinakamaraming mga pasahero?
Ganitong araw, Sabado, saka Linggo, bukas. Pero pag Uber na, December, marami ka.
Marami sa Vermont.
Kahit na ano, araw.
Say hi to the vlog! Okay lang kuya? So, the horses. So, quick number 2. Gab over here is enjoying his drink. And we're on the way to Fort Santiago.
As you guys can see, the church on our left is San Agustin Church. It's the oldest stone church in the Philippines and one of the few buildings in Intramuros that survived through World War II. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, making it one of the country's most important historical landmarks.
Marami po bang foreigners na nagkakalesa or naglalakad lang po sila?
Minsan may sumasakay, mga nakasakay sa bus.
Sa bus. Parang wala masyadong, maraming tao ngayon, no?
Oo, kasi kanina umulan kaya yung tao, medyo nag-alala ng lumabas.
Oo.
Pag talaga nang umulan, siyempre, kahit ikaw, lalabas ka baba, ayan, tumidilim na naman, no?
Oo.
Ayan, dito dati naman yung Ateneo, di Manila.
Pagdating namin kanina, lakas ng ulan.
Oo, yun.
Tapos,
Nandun lang sa gilid, nandun sa pinakyan nyo kanina. Doon lang ako, ang tagal.
so guys, me and Gab were just here a while ago.
Ano may
Here here in San Ignacio Church, in the museum, as well as Ateneo, the municipal. So, yeah. Yung mga foreigners, kuya, ano yung mga ethnicity? Parang marami ako nakitang Korean.
Oo, Korean marami.
Korean marami.
China.
Chinese marami din.
Sa ngayong buwan na ito, maraming China. Pero pag Berna, yung let's say December, halo-halo.
Paano po kayo katagal nagkakalit?
Dito, sa Intramuros, nag-start kami dito 2003. 23 years.
23 years na.
Pero sa Chinatown dati, doon kami. Bago mag-pandemic, nandito na kami. Tapos mag-pandemic, nag-lockdown. Bumalik kami nung 2021.
2021 na.
Kasi nga, COVID-19, di ba?
Opo.
2 years yung lockdown.
Opo.
Doon kami bumalik ngayon, magtatapos na yun. Mawala na yung face mask, Facebook. Maraming sila balik.
Ito ba yung gate ng Intramuros?
Yan, pinaka. So,
So that over there is the gate of Intramuros, and that is where we entered a while ago. We spoke to the Kuya Kalesa driver, but I wasn't able to record this. And he shared that fewer people ride the Kalesa nowadays because most prefer cars. They're faster and more convenient. It really shows how traditional transportation systems such as the Kalesa is slowly fading away as modern life takes over.
So guys, we were just here a while ago. This is Manila Cathedral. Gab, how's your experience so far in the
So
Kalesa?
nice. Buti na lang malamig yung panahon. Hindi masyado mainit.
Actually,
Opo.
this is my third time in Kalesa. And all I can say is it's kind of amazing actually because when you come to think about it, before there was no cars and this was their mode of transportation. And it's just so surreal. Thank you, Kuya. Baba mo na kami. Salamat. Thank you. Ingat po kayo. So guys, we just arrived here in Fort Santiago. Bye, Kuya. Ingat. So guys, according to the Kuya, the line at this time is quite short because everyone's eating lunch, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yan, papasok na kami.
yeah, I think this is a great opportunity. So guys, we're just lining up for the tickets.
Estudyante po, dalawa. Dalawa. ID.
You guys, we just entered, and to enter Fort Santiago, you actually need to pay a 50 pesos fee. And fortunately, we're still students, so we only paid 50. Other tourists and other people had to pay 75. So yeah, finally entered. The line to enter Fort Santiago is actually quite long right now. So props to our Kuya driver a while ago for giving us wonderful advice. Plaza Marianes.
So, we're here now sa Plaza Moriones, and sa Plaza Moriones, here it was an open ground for military drills, yung mga ceremonies, and it was also named after the Governor General si Domingo Moriones. And back in Rizal's time, yung mga friar priests, they had more power compared to the Governor General because they knew everyone's secrets, yung mga confessions nila. And another fact is that they stayed longer than the Governor General. Yung mga Governor General, they stayed here for only 2 years, whereas the friar priest, they stayed here for very long time, like 40 years. So, mas nabuo nila yung relationship within the community. So, mas naging personal sila, which allowed them to be more powerful.
So if you guys are wondering what's the relevance or importance of Fort Santiago to Jose Rizal's life, Jose Rizal was actually imprisoned here in Fort Santiago. So this is where he spent his final days before execution. So right now, Fort Santiago is a place where we remember Jose Rizal, the sacrifices that he did, the works he published, and the things he did for the country. Guys, it's so hot now. Like, scorching hot. Did you put sunblock, Cap?
Oh, not.
I mean, at least you have a cap. I don't have a cap at all. So we're just walking around Fort Santiago, and I'll show you guys. So we're about to go over there. We're about to cross to the other side. Welcome to Fort Santiago, which was the main fortress of Intramuros back then. You guys can read it if you guys want. This is the entrance. Guys, we finally found Rizal Shrine, and it's inside Fort Santiago, again to commemorate all the sacrifices that he did. And here it is. Hi guys, right behind us here is the shrine or monument of Jose Rizal here in Fort Santiago in Intramuros. And as you guys can see, in his shrine, he's holding a book because Jose Rizal believed that education can change the system of injustice. He believed that by writing works such as Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, he can awaken the Filipino nationalism and spirit. Guys, the sun is killing us. We're, we're gonna come out like Printo barbecue. So guys, all of the displays that you're seeing at the moment are actually made of Legos. It's so cool. And we're finally inside a place where there's aircon, so we can freshen up a bit over here. We're running away from the heat outside. Around the dungeons of Fort Santiago. So this is the entrance to Fort Santiago's dungeons, and it's quite masikip. We have to like bend down. We just crawled this like narrow pathway we're opening. So this is the dungeon, or the dungeons of Fort Santiago. So guys, the pictures here that I'm gonna show you are kind of graphic, so just giving you guys a heads up. So a lot of civilians as well as military personnel passed away, unfortunately, here in Fort Santiago. So this is a place where we can commemorate them, give our respects to them. So guys, it's starting to flood. Fortunately, the rain has stopped, but as you guys can see, it's already flooding. And these were the ruins of Intramuros after the war. And as you guys can see, the floor is flooded. We have to enter through a very narrow opening. Go, Gab.
We're outside.
We're outside. This is our view from up here. Just went up from there. Me and Gab are sweating.
Oh man, so hot.
I don't know if you can see, but sweat is dripping from like everywhere. Okay, so we just finished touring around Fort Santiago, and right now we are currently on the way to Luneta Park to see Rizal's monument. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Goodbye, Fort Santiago.
So after exploring Fort Santiago, we
So,
decided
guys,
to
we're
walk
gonna
all the
cross
way to Luneta Park.
other side
The walk took us
to
around
Luneta
20
Park.
minutes and covered roughly 2 kilometers or so. Unfortunately,
That's
we
Luneta
ended
Park
up
over there,
entering
guys.
from the wrong
You see the
side,
big
which
Philippine
meant that
flag?
we had to cross
That's
this
where the-
pedestrian
that's
just
where
to get
Luneta
to
Park
the main
is.
area of Luneta
But in
Park.
order, so guys, I swear that stoplight took like 2 minutes. So we can finally cross. We gotta be in a hurry though, cause yeah. Oh, she's on. Okay, so we're yeah.
This one.
Oh my god. We had to run. Okay, we're finally in the other side. Luneta Park should be on our right now.
So we're now here at Luneta Park, also known as Rizal Park, one of the most historic places here in the Philippines. During the Spanish colonial period, this area was called Bagong Bayan and was used for public executions. On December 30, 1896, Dr. Jose Rizal was executed here. and his death became a major turning point that inspired the Philippine Revolution. Today,
Look at how
Luneta
big the
Park
Philippine
stands
flag
as
is,
a
guys.
symbol of Filipino
Just a quick
nationalism,
fun fact, did you know
freedom,
the
and the
first
lasting
Philippine
legacy
flag was
of our
created in
national
Hong
hero,
Kong?
Dr. Jose Rizal.
So guys, we have just arrived in Jose Rizal National Monument. Guys, we're here in Jose Rizal Monument here in Luneta, also known as Bagong Bayan before. So here it is.
Did you know that Jose Rizal had 5 final wishes regarding his burial? First, he wanted a simple burial, buried in the ground. Second, he wanted a simple grave with just a stone and a cross. Third, he wanted his name, birth date, and death date written on it. Nothing else, nothing more. Fourth, he requested no extravagant ceremonies. And finally, he preferred to be buried at Paang Bundok, which is now known as the Manila North Cemetery. Unfortunately, his wishes weren't fully followed, and he was first buried at Paco Cemetery before his remains were eventually transferred here to Rizal Monument. Another interesting fact is that there was actually an international competition to design the Rizal Monument. Surprisingly, the monument we see today in Luneta Park was designed by Swiss sculptor Richard Kisling, who only placed second in the tournament with his design called Moto Stella, also known as the guiding star. The first place designer by Italian sculptor Carlo Nicoli was so much more grander, featuring elaborate figures and European-inspired symbolism. However, due to financial and contractual issues, it was never built. In a way though, the simpler monument designed by Swiss sculptor Richard Kisling seems to reflect Rizal's own values better. Rizal never wanted to be treated like a dictator or placed above the people. He valued humility and simplicity. So while the official reason was practical, many believed that the monument we have today became a more fitting tribute to the kind of hero Rizal wanted to be remembered as.
Okay guys, so we just finished
So hot.
and it's really hot. So it's a good thing Gab brought umbrellas or else we'll be dying from the heat now. So we just finished tracing Rizal's footsteps here in Manila. So we went to Intramuros, we went to Fort Santiago. Now we're in Luneta Park. So I think we did everything in our to-do list, no?
We went
So,
everywhere.
I feel like right now we're heading back to the car. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So I had a lot of fun, looking back at our history, knowing our roots, what happened in the Spanish colonization. How about you, Gab?
I also had a lot of fun. I remembered a lot of stuff. Stuff from my childhood, Stuff that I would forget easily.
Yeah. So, it's also a good thing because we study these things in Histo 11, and right now we actually get to see them firsthand. So, yeah, it's quite the experience, and it's definitely one of the most memorable ones. So yeah, see you guys. So guys, me and Gab are praying that there's no traffic. 'Cause going back to your house, Gab, in
Yeah.
Fairview, takes what, like 3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours.
Grabe, 3 hours. With traffic, no traffic.
With traffic. I mean, with traffic.
With like moderate traffic.
Yeah.
For me naman, it takes an hour and 30 minutes to go back to my house. So, I'm like praying talaga like there's no traffic kasi like we're really tired. We're out technically like the whole day already. And it's really hot. So I feel like hopefully there's no traffic. I think that's pretty much it for today's
Yeah.
vlog. Again, memorable experience. We had so much fun. And yeah, see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So it's 25 kilometers going to Gab's house, around 1 hour and 30 minutes with no traffic. So we're grateful for that. What's up guys? Hello. Another day in the life of an Atenean. Today we're going to be tracing Rizal's footsteps inside our campus here in Ateneo de Manila. But the problem is, a while ago, when we went to Old Rizal Library to check on the different artifacts and works of Rizal, the Kuya guard asked for clearance and he told us to go here to New Rizal Library, to the second floor, to the office of...
University librarian.
Yeah, he told us to go to the office of the university librarian
So we sent out an email na with the attached form to request approval for the clearance to, vlog and record yung mga documents. And
So we had to write an email to the head of the office of the librarian, and hopefully, like, she gets back to us as soon as possible. So unfortunately, we can't film today because we don't have approval, and the guards will not allow us to film. And we actually planned on filming today so that we can edit before the weekend, but unfortunately, we don't have clearance and the approval. So hopefully, um, the head librarian approves our requests so that we can film tomorrow. So guys, it started raining, but the sun is up, so it's kind of weird. Right now we're here in New Rizal Library, and we'll just wait till the rain stops.
so once the email's been approved na, we'll film sa New Riz, then sa Old Riz, and we'll include the university archives. And whatever has Jose Rizal in it, we'll include it. Then syempre, magre-reflect kami sa ni Jose Rizal.
So guys, just for context, this is the email that we sent to the head librarian asking for permission to film in Old Rizal Library. And hopefully she replies to us because we really need to film it. The deadline for our final output is next week, July 14. So hopefully we get to finish this and accomplish this on time. And I hope she replies to us so that we can film tomorrow before final week starts. So here's the email, I'll show you guys. So we were just asking for permission, what is the purpose, and we also attached the necessary forms. So yeah.
Hey guys, so another day in the life of an Atenean. So we're in front of the Old Rizal Library, and unfortunately we can't film kasi we didn't have the approval yet of the university librarian. And mapapagalitan kami ng mga guards. So here ngayon kami nakatayo lang.
Yes, so, and it's also raining again, so same thing. So we vlogged in Intramuros, it started to rain. Now we're vlogging inside Ateneo de Manila campus and it's raining again. So I think this is like,
It's like a coincidence.
it's like coincidence or something, but like hopefully, yeah, as Gab just mentioned, the university librarian approves our requests so that we can film as soon as possible because we still have to edit. We still have to edit everything, add the subtitles, add the voiceovers, and it's still a pretty tedious job. And hopefully we can finish all of this before finals week because we still have a lot of finals for our different subjects. So yeah.
Hey guys, so another day in the life of an Atenean, and we're back here sa Odriz, and we finally have the permit na. So we can start going inside and recording the documents and yung artifacts.
Okay guys, so here's the permit. So we were finally approved and we have the clearance to film inside Old Riz as well as New Rizal.
Okay, so we're here now sa Odriz sa second floor, and here we are at the portion na dedicated kay Jose Rizal. And dito natin makita yung mga Ngalimitangre, tsaka yung mga Islas Filipinas and Elefili, and then yung Multimod de Diyos. Yun. Okay, so in this dedicated space to Jose Rizal, we can find Ateneo's history, Ateneo's past, in Intramuros, where the Ateneo de Municipal was once located, and where Jose Rizal also studied. Unfortunately, this was later destroyed in the Great Fire and also left in ruins by war. Here we can see a half-body statue of Jose Rizal, and then he has several business cards and letters well preserved in the display. In this area, we can also see where Jose Rizal hid his mi ultimo adios before he died, and This was hid inside a small alcohol burner, and this is also the table where he supposedly wrote his Mi Ultimo Adios. So lastly, in this dedicated space, we have Jose Rizal's famous works, and there are 3 of them here on the display. These are namely Nolimi, El Fili, and Islas Filipinas. Now these are very old copies, but they are still very well preserved
So
and
guys,
maintained
we're
here in
currently on the way to
Ateneo
the
in the Old
third
Rizal
floor.
Library.
And me and Gab have to be very quiet because a lot of people here in Old Riz and both in New Riz are studying. So of course we have to respect our surroundings. So we're here in the 3rd floor and we'll be exploring this section. So this section is dedicated to the Paterno family, and just a fun fact, the Paterno family actually donated most of the stuff here, and these were artifacts from the American colonial era. So you have Pedro Paterno, his passport, some letters, business cards, and a lot of other stuff.
So the area beside it is also the American Historical Collection, and in this collection you can find many documents about the government and at the time the other symbols and medals as well. So there are old boots, old maps, and even what the pesos used to look like back then. Among these displays you can also see a physical preserved Filipino flag that was preserved during the American time. And other than that, you can see how this area was developed and worked on with the help of different partnerships and collaborations. Same floor, you can find the Pardo de Tavera room, which has a special collection on Jose Rizal and American history. Among the collections displayed, you can find several works made by Rizal and others naman talking about Rizal. As mentioned earlier, you can even find American history in this area and even an old map of Manila.
Yes. So guys, we saw Ma'am Shane on the way to the archives. Hi, Ma'am. Okay. So guys, we just exited Old Riz, and right beside it is the university archives, and there's some works here that are displayed outside, and we're about to go in. Hi guys, so right now we're on the way to New Rizal Library. We're gonna go check out some things over there. And today actually is our last day of Histo 11 class. And you know, I can't believe it's over.
Yeah, but it's very fast kasi
It's like super fast because it's intersession. And I'm gonna miss Ma'am Shane for sure. Because, you know, Ma'am made every class so engaging. And it seemed like 1 hour and 30 minutes was so short.
Okay, so we're going to New Rizal na. This is our last stop na. And it's such a crazy feeling that Histo 11 is already finished. It's our last day today, and ayun, going into Histo 11, I didn't really know much of what was gonna happen because like it was intersession and it's like a month long lang. And because of that, I really didn't know what to expect to learn. And I thought I wasn't gonna learn anything, but in the end, I learned a lot, about Rizal. And not just Rizal, but also yung Spanish and yung mga relatives ni Rizal and all that stuff. Like even museums and examples in international, kunwari yung mga stepping stones.
Hi guys, so my biggest takeaway from Histo 11 has to be perspective. You cannot be truly one of them if you never are them. So like you cannot be one of the IPs because you'll never be one of them. And another that I can say is you have to be able to. So going into intercession, I had low expectations for Histo 11. I thought it was going to be a boring subject, just a subject now we needed to pass in order to move on to the next level. But one of the biggest takeaways that I can get from Histo 11 is the power of perspective. You cannot truly be one of them, like the IPs, the indigenous people, because you'll never be one of them. Another is to make Rizal obsolete. We often tend to glorify Rizal, treat him like a god, but at the end of the day, Rizal was just like a human being. He was just like one of us. He's a human being. He had a sense of humor, and he was one of us. He was no god or anything. So in order for us to pay our respects to him, we have to be able to embody the spirit of nationalism that he promotes through his works, such as El Filibusterismo and Noli Me Tangere. And it can't just be us reading his works. We have to be able to take action. We have to be able to fight against the system of injustice as well as racism in order for us to pay respects to him.
Connecting to what Dre said, yung takeaways, para naman sa akin, yung key takeaways ko talaga is, ayun nga, we see Rizal as a hero talaga, but we fail to see him as a normal human, a normal Filipino. And I think that's what's important of being a hero, is that us normal citizens, ordinary citizens, can relate to him somehow or some way or another. Siyempre, there's also that aspect of Rizal being privileged and being ilustrados. And that's fine because he was able to use his privilege as a power to encourage and empower the nation. And ayun, I guess the last takeaway from me is to know Rizal talaga is to read Rizal. And this class has really shown me how important primary sources are and how greatly these primary sources shape our perspective.
So guys, we're finally here in New Rizal Library and we're about to go in and explore the place a bit. Okay guys, so that pretty much wraps up our series in A Day in the Life of an Atenean tracing Rizal here in our campus as well as in Intramuras and Manila. And do you have anything to say, Gab?
That's all. It's been a very reflective but fun experience din, tracing Rizal everywhere.
Yes, and I had so much fun in doing all of this and I would definitely do it again. And it's one of those memorable experiences. So guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching and we really do hope you learned a thing or two watching this video. Bye guys, see you in the next one.